Quick disclaimer, the title is clickbait.
Gotcha!
And the reason it is, as I've explained in a previous project video, to which you can rightly ask which one, to which my answer is, that's for me to know and for you to find out. In one of them I've explained that the idea of left and right is completely meaningless and is used by lazy propagandists to not do any reading and then just go, yeah, that's right wing because it's anti-immigration. Or, how about you read a book? And so, look, but this is in response to one of the people with the comment in our fresh new take on Friendly Geordies, who said, meme review when? Well, mate, it's your lucky day because it is literally the second video that we're pumping out. And it is designed to answer the question, can the right meme? And by that, I mean, can pissed off tradies in their 60s meme?
Let's get the tools out.
Oh, and before we do, we're going to be using a scoring system. The height of memes. It's all been downhill since this. Asian dad. Each laugh equals one Asian dad. Then next week, we'll go on a left-wing Antifa cuck page and we'll rank, using Asian dads again, how many laughs we get out of that. And then we will be able to scientifically, once and for all, put an end to this age-old debate. Who's better at memeing, left or right? The Facebook page we'll be sourcing is called Stand Up for Australia Canberra. Excellent start to begin with, that boxing kangaroo that you see exclusively in $2 shops. So Asian Dad point score 1. And the first sample we have is, God, I feel like a microbiologist. I'm looking at memes. I'm almost 30. NZ pastor questions Islam, deported. Canadian conservative Lauren Southern, Jesus, and she's a conservative. Two things. First of all, yes, she's a total 10. But second, that's pretty extreme, right? I mean, that's what ISIS looks like. If you just replace the bandana with a burqa, and you've got the same amount of machine guns. Canadian conservative Lauren Southern, visa denied. Access denied. 40 Syrian terrorists request return to Australia. No worries, come right in. Well, I'm going to have to fact check that, but if that's true, that's very disturbing. So, no Asian dads for that. We will be putting a feels guy on the other side, which means -1 point for every time they make me upset. How normal people see violent African gangs, how leftards see them. No points. Australia's 2018 rural budget, 1.73 million. Australia's 2008 foreign aid budget, 4,161 million. It's time to put Aussies first! I don't know who's laughing. The only thing I've laughed at so far is the title of this Facebook page. That's it. We're 3 memes deep. But as a quick understanding of why that's the case, the reason that we give $4 billion in foreign aid is because it is very good soft power foreign relations. It's not for them, it's for us. It's a return on investment. We put that money into things that benefit our economy. So, for instance, if we wanted to start trading steel, we would invest money in Indonesia saying, here, you can take this money to build a road to your steel mill so that we can start importing steel. That is how foreign aid works. It is an economic investment and it has one of the best returns that you could possibly make. $4 billion is too little. And that rural Australian aid budget, too much. Give them $0. Leftists are like, common sense. Yeah, we've talked about that in a previous video, haven't we? Just use your noggin, you don't need to read. Street smart! And deodorant. They need it the most, but never use it. Well, I couldn't agree with you more there, Canberra memes. Who's a leftist? Who are they talking about? Say hipsters or something. Be more specific. This is what I'm saying. Don't use these general terms. If you're one of these people that goes, I'm a feminist or I'm a conservative, it doesn't mean anything. It just means you've watched a couple of videos that you've smugly liked. That's all. Too bad if you can't read Chinese in Canberra. What Asian dad point? It's an Asian reference. We have to break the cycle. Elect Labor, Labor fail, elect LNP. So you can tell they're from Queensland. LNP, no one else uses that. Elect LNP, and you'll never guess what the next step is. LNP fail. And then we're back to electing Labor again. It just goes around and around. Madness. You know what they say the definition of insanity is? Do ya? Hey?
It's when you do something over and over again and expect a different result. This has been happening for over 5.5 decades.
Watch any of my other videos on this channel and I'll explain to you why it is far more preferable to have a Labor government on every level, even the one that they're complaining about, which is immigration and migration. Did you know that the Liberals increased migration threefold in the last 6 years? And the way that they did this was by allowing people to import entire workforces. So this is something that would actually annoy them. Entire workforces of cheap foreign labour to replace Australian workers that they then pay way less than the average minimum wage, and then they ship back to the country, and then you have a whole building that is built with virtually no Australians building it. That is the difference between a Liberal and Labor government, because a Labor government would stop that.
Anyway, back to the funneth. Beef stock, chicken stock, laughing stock, Victoria Police.
Time to get tough on African gangs. And we're up to number 3.
Yet another violent riot.
And then we have Waleed Ali masterfully photoshopped out of, I think, his GQ shoot. Every one of those smug on television always has to have a picture of them in a suit doing their cufflinks up, staring to the distance at a 45-degree angle. It doesn't make you look sophisticated. It makes you look even more like a wanker than you already are. And he's saying, what African gangs? I can't see any African gangs.
Waleed Ali has confirmed African gangs still don't exist.
If you belong in this bathroom and you follow my daughter or my wife into this bathroom, you're gonna need this bathroom.
The things these people are obsessed with in life.
Going into a toilet and got a penis on, I can't believe that. Do you have a vagina or not?
But, credit where credit's due, Asian dad point.
Left-hard logic.
I don't know if this is left-hard logic. To me, that looks like the Persian king in 300, but anyway.
When you hate someone so much, you get their name permanently tattooed on your arm.
It's not funny, but it is a good observation. And I'm going to have to agree with them on this one. Absolute left-hard. Alright, we've already got an Asian dad point. Do we even need to read it? It has a picture of Malcolm Turnbull as a baby shitting. Still shitting on Australia. Two dad points for this one.
Like and share if you think Turnbull's the worst Prime Minister ever. Yep, and agreed.
See, as Australians, we do have more in common.
Cost taxpayers $40,000 a year to support a bridging visa. Cost taxpayers $23,800 a year to support an aged pensioner. Which one deserves it more?
I don't know. That guy's pretty juiced. He needs the money for protein.
Muslims protesting against Islamophobia. No attack on Muslims. Refugees welcome here. Muslims protesting against a film.
Jesus, what a massive crowd. I've only ever seen a crowd that angry and that pissed off for them protesting a film and when the Czech Republic dictator of the Soviet Union was overthrown. That's it.
Muslims protesting against terrorism.
Oh, and it's a ghost town. Makes you think. Feels point.
Spot the difference. There is none. Both are slimy, bottom-feeding grapers.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. Nah, it is funny. Asian dad point.
Australia's biggest dickheads, latest update.
Let's look at these dickheads. Waleed Ali.
Huge tick. Mate, these guys nail it more than Waleed does. Daniel Andrews. No, that's... I'm moving on to the next meme. This is not... I don't agree with this at all.
Where are you going, Bill? I'm going to Syria so I can be sent back as a fucking refugee. I want some of those benefits those pricks are getting. Boy.
Dad, why is it if I say something about another culture I get called a racist, but if someone says something about white people, no one cares? It's called political correctness, son.
Fourth point.
Labor cannot be trusted with our borders.
Bill Shorten dragging an ISIS terrorist into the country, helping him personally.
Because they know more boats is more for
2 Asian dad points. Oh, the contest is over. The right can meme. Well, that was a waste of time, and it was mildly amusing. Pretty much your entire experience of being on YouTube condensed. Think about that. That's probably going to be 10 years of your life when you go back and you're on your deathbed going, I saw some things that were kind of funny in an ironic way. Make sure that you click like and subscribe and
whatever the other one is for YouTube. I'm not really down with it anymore. As you can see, I'm in my tradie outfit, and frankly, I've got to do some work around here because these ISIS terrorists sure as hell are blowing up a lot of buildings, so it's keeping me in business. But is it safe for you? And also, we'll be testing next week to see if can libtards beat whatever the score is down here. I wasn't keeping track. Anyway, we'll see you extremely soon to make sure that that habit is relayed in your mind to go, oh, next new video. See ya.
Please share and comment below. Comment.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mamas. I think the whole world's addicted to the drama, only attracted to things that'll bring you trauma.
Overseas, yeah, we try to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in a land down under. Have you seen racists, the bigots, and the people who plunder?